Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Brian here. How's everyone's night going? And I wanted to make this video talking about the GOP primary, kind of an update. I mainly wanted to talk about New Hampshire. I'm gonna give everyone a little update on some polls and stuff. They're kind of the same as they were, but and how candidates are doing and whatnot. So let's get right into it. So obviously, the elephant in the room, the clear thing, the whatever you want to call it, the most obvious thing is Trump is the front runner. Trump in every single state is leading. Nationally, he's leading. And in the Republican primary, he's outraised every other candidate by millions of dollars. He is literally, it looks like he'd be the nominee. He's most likely going to be. I think on a scale of 1 to 10, there's about a 9 and 3.75 quarters chance that Donald Trump is the Republican nominee. I think the only thing that I think could stop him is if he ends up getting arrested. Then maybe that could change things. Maybe, who knows? Or maybe that's really all that I think could stop him. Or if he wouldn't be would maybe show up to a debate and be embarrassed. Maybe I don't know. So the thing that I mainly wanted to talk about was the first three primary states polls. So, in South Carolina, the state that Nikki Haley was the governor of, she was elected and reelected. Highest approval ratings there. The state's poll is the best. The best. Trump's doing the best. The current poll has former President Donald Trump at 72% and clear frontrunner. It has the former governor of its state, Nikki Haley, at 8%. It has Chris Christie and Ron DeSantis tied for third place, both at 5%. It has Vivek Ramaswamy at 2%, and then Asa Hutchinson is below 1%. I think he's at 0.8%. Nikki Haley was the two-term governor there. She has huge approval ratings there, and she's nowhere even in striking range of coming close to Trump. Now, in Iowa, Trump's not doing as well, but he's still doing pretty well. The poll in Iowa has former President Trump at 65%, and it is Nikki Haley in second again at 9%. She's doing a little bit better there, but not much. It has Governor DeSantis is close behind her at 8%. Chris Christie is in fourth, yes, and he's got 4% exactly. Vivek Ramaswamy is in fifth at 2%, and Asa Hutchinson is also below 1% in that state. Most states, if you look at it like this, in Florida, Ron DeSantis, this is where Ron DeSantis is doing the best. His home state, he's at 13%. Nikki Haley is in third at 10% there. Chris Christie is in fourth with 5%. Vivek Ramaswamy is in fifth with 2%, and then President Trump is in the clear first place there with 60%. It's funny, DeSantis also has huge approval ratings in Florida. He's been elected twice, one time in a landslide, and he's nowhere in striking range of Trump there. New Hampshire, the state that is, I think, the only state that there's actually a real shot that Trump could be the person that doesn't win. It doesn't get majority of the votes there. The current New Hampshire poll has former president. He's not doing nowhere nearly as good here as he is in other states. The New Hampshire poll has former President Trump at 30%. It has Nikki Haley at 23%, and then Chris Christie not far behind her at all at 22%. And in third place, it has Governor DeSantis in fourth place with 7%, and it has Asa Hutchinson actually in fifth place, and Vivek Ramaswamy is now below 1% in this state, according to this poll, the New York Times poll. We're gonna have to see if it changes. This is the poll that was done the night before the debate. I think it might change a little bit, because Christie did very well, so he could end up going up. So basically, initially, if you really look at it, Chris Christie and Nikki Haley are basically tied for second place of who's going to be the main rival to Trump. I've been saying this all along. I've been saying this ever since Chris Christie polled higher than DeSantis back in August. I've been saying this since then that I think Chris Christie, at the end of the day, in New Hampshire, once all votes are counted, Chris Christie's going to have the most votes. I'm still thinking that, not as much as I used to, since Nikki Haley has shot up, and Chris Christie getting booed and everything, but I still think at the end of the day, he's going to end up with the most votes. Because I think that he's resonating, because the independents and Democrats can vote there, too, so can libertarians, and I think he's resonating with people that aren't Republicans, that might be where he can, vote, get a lot of traction, because he's been the candidate. He's slowly been going up. Nikki Haley, she's gone up too, but she's gone up and down. Chris Christie has been on a clear, going up. I mean, when he first entered the race in New Hampshire, he was below 1%. He was like at 0.2% in the state of New Hampshire. Then he got himself to 1%. Then he was at 5%. Then he was at 6%. Then he ended up being at 9%. Then 14%. Then 17%. And then 20%. And now 22%. So he has consistently been going up. Nikki Haley shot up a little bit, but I'm still thinking that he's going to end up being the winner there. So I'm thinking something like he might get. I'm thinking he's going to get in between 30 and 37% of the vote in New Hampshire. I think Donald Trump will probably be a close second. Like, I think I would say this. I think Christie's probably going to get around 37%, maybe like 37.1% of the vote. President Trump is going to be very close in second. He's probably going to get like 36% maybe. Haley, I think she'll probably pick up maybe like 25% or so. DeSantis will probably be in like the 5% range. And then probably Vivek and Asa Hutchinson will get probably 1%, maybe a little less than that. That's what I would say. If I could predict anything, that's what I would be predicting. As of right now, could change. I think if Chris Sununu endorses Nikki Haley, he's the governor there, very popular, great guy. Wish he was running for president. There's a good chance that it might change things. And if he endorses Christie, there's a good chance that it could end up boosting Christie up. But that's my prediction for right now. We are going to have to see. So I think Chris Christie won the state of New Hampshire. And then I think every other state, Iowa, South Carolina, Florida, North Dakota, South Dakota, New Jersey, everywhere, Donald Trump is just going to destroy and get the nomination. That's my prediction. I mean, we're going to have to see. I mean, Chris Christie has said that he will stay in this race until the convention. He said he's not getting out. Chris Christie was actually asked, even if you wouldn't gather a single delegate and you'd be polling only at 1% and there's only one primary state left, would you stay in that state? And he said yes, he would stay there and keep campaigning and fighting. Because I guess he's fighting for the soul of his party. You know, there's a good chance that Trump's the Republican nominee, that they could lose again, and not only could they lose again, but that the Republican Party would fall apart itself. So I think he's really fighting for that. He's also fighting for to try to stop fascism stuff. So, you know, we're going to have to see. You know, I think the candidate that's really killed himself is Vivek Ramaswamy. I think that I can say at least one thing about Nikki Haley and Chris Christie and Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis, he's got his freedom thing he's advocating for. Chris Christie's got his telling the truth thing he's advocating for. You have Nikki Haley talking about experience and good foreign policy, whatever. Well, according to her, good foreign policy. I don't think she has good foreign policy, but that's a different story. Where Vivek Ramaswamy is just like, let me praise Donald Trump and how strong of a candidate he is and how good of a president he was, yet I'm running against him. Like, there's just no purpose for him anymore. You know, originally when he first started running, he was talking about how, let's reach out to the younger generation and unite America. But he's really just trying to divide. I mean, calling people names and making fun of people's appearance and stuff. He's trying to be Trump, but I don't think he's ever going to have that support that Trump had. And alright, everybody, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching it. I really appreciate it. Let me know what you all think in the comment section. Does Chris Christie or Nikki Haley, or any of the candidates, stand a shot at beating Trump in the Republican nomination? Most likely not. Let me know what you think. But I do think New Hampshire. I think New Hampshire Trump will fall swoop in, but the other states Trump will dominate in. Alright. One more thing before I forget. I think that the chances that they could have in other states are if Trump supporters don't show up to the polls. I think that could be maybe a benefit if they think, he's got this in. That could be a benefit. I doubt it. I think he's still going to win in a landslide, but, you know, we're going to have to see where it goes. Alright, everyone. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and I truly do. Thank you for watching it. Please like this video. Please share this video. Please leave a comment on this video. And please subscribe for more. This is the last thing. Our Bobby Kennedy Jr., who should be his running mate, we got over 260 views or so. I want to thank you for them views. All my views I want to thank you for. But I've been getting some pretty interesting comments. So keep it up, everybody. Alright, thanks, everybody. Alright, have a nice night. Bye-bye.